Hey family, so check this out. A while back, a few years back, I was blessed to have the opportunity to be the praise team leader at the church that I was attending. And that particular opportunity was a blessing. It was a push. It was something that caused me to trust God even more. It was something that I had a lot of doubt about, but after I prayed about it, I decided we're going all in. Okay, these people clearly see something that I don't know, Lord, but you say go, we going. So, stepped forward. Man, when I tell you the enemy started playing with my mind, the enemy started playing with my mind. I'm not talking about just some matter of, oh, you're not good enough. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, why would they choose you? They have so many better people that they could have chosen from. Oh, they could have done this or they could have done that. No, not even talking about those. Now, don't get me wrong. I am surrounded by some amazingly talented people. Trust. But that's not where this was going. The things that the enemy started to whisper to me was of confusion. It was of question mark, meaning, is this a chess move? Why would they put me here in this place? It doesn't seem like I would be the person they choose. Instead of me praying about it and taking that question mark to the Lord, I prayed about it initially and decided, yeah, I'm going to take this on. I'm going to go for it. We're doing this. Okay, Lord, I'll do it as long as you're with me. Yeah, I prayed about that part. But as time went forward, the enemy started playing with my mind with the question marks about the intent behind it. Not necessarily anymore, was I good enough, or I'm not the person for the job. So that led me to the question of this moment to ask, do you know when the enemy is using you? Do you know when the enemy is using you as a pawn in one of his schemes? I didn't know, but I was being used of the enemy as a pawn in one of his schemes. At the time, there was a lot of things that were happening, and it's not my place to speak on any details that I know about regarding that. That's not my place. However, there were a lot of things going on where we all as a whole were fighting tooth and nail to make sure that everything was going the way it needed to go, that the mission could go forth as planned. Point blank, period. But in the midst of that, there were so many things. And I know a while back, the Lord started to show me some things about the spirit of Leviathan. And I felt like, oh, wow, that's something that's definitely being introduced. That looks familiar. Oh my God, that's what was happening at the time. And so he's giving me these revelations and these different things about, okay, that's where the enemy's hand was for that. That's where the enemy's hand was for that. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like, oh, wow, I never even saw it from that angle. So I'm diving in and I'm digging deeper and I'm looking and I'm like just excited that the Lord is showing me this, But then it took a turn, because it's like, okay, yeah, this is what was happening with that situation. This is what was happening with that situation. And I can't even say that that was the fullness of it. That's just the part that he showed me. But when the finger turned back at me, it was like, okay, now this was your part of it. And it was like, oh, I didn't even know. I didn't know. I knew there was confusion, and I knew confusion wasn't of God. And I prayed about that particular part of it, but I never got to the bottom of it. And the part that the Lord really showed me is that there was a spirit of offense that was happening with me, which at the time I didn't know, but that question, that big question mark that was there of the intent. Are they using me? Is this a chess move? God had to literally make me go back and watch the video to remove that question mark, to show me that no, that was a genuine moment that I directed. I was in that and I told them to do that. And the enemy took that and twisted it, and it caused you to move with extra caution that wasn't necessary. Not to say that we shouldn't be prayerful or, discerning of spirits and that type of thing, but because I didn't take it back to God in that moment, because that looming question was just lying there and looming underneath and just causing all types of damage within me, it caused me to have a distance between people that were supposed to be teaching me. It caused me to have just a little bit of extra, if you know what I mean. Never turned against anybody, loved everybody, but it was that underlying question that the enemy just used for me to just twist things and just twist it. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I could not believe when God opened my eyes and showed me. I had to repent. I was like, whoa, God, I'm sorry. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. But granted, we all have our parts to play in things. Yes, we're supposed to be prayerful about things that God shows us. Yes, when we see things going astray, or we see a leader maybe having an issue, or even when we don't see them having an issue, we're supposed to keep our leadership in prayer regardless, But I was failing in that area. I should have took the entire situation right back to God. Like, okay, you told me to go. And the thing is I really wasn't thinking clearly anyway, because I went to God in the beginning. He told me, this is cool. Go. Do it. I'm with you. So I'm like, okay, cool. You're with me. I can go. Long as you stay with me, because I have no idea what I'm doing, we can go. Let's go. So I go from that moment to, why did they put me in this position? You sure this wasn't a just move? What do you mean? Lord. Now, I'm talking to my husband about this thing, trying to figure out, are you sure? And he's like, babe, no. And then I let it go, and then it would come right back. Babe, no. Then I'd let it go, and then it would come right back. But did I take that part back to God? No, I didn't. It wasn't until later on that I really looked at that thing, and God started to show me, no, this was your problem. This is your problem in it. And he had to correct me. I'm thankful for the correction. My God, I'm so thankful for the correction, because it's still teaching me. Older lessons are still teaching me. Take it back to me. Test the fruit. What are you talking about? Take it back. Yeah, the initial thing was prayed about, but when a thing is entered into it that's causing confusion and causing question mark, what are you doing with that part? What are we doing with it? Take it back to God. Pray about it. And I didn't. And I know that's probably simple talk, simple math for, everybody that I'm talking to. This is probably just me catching up. This lesson probably ain't for nobody but me, but I'm sharing it with you anyway, because this is what I went through, and the Lord had to check me and straighten me out. So I'm like, oh, okay. So even to the point where it was a situation where I was like, oh my God, I need to call her and ask her about this, the particular person I'm speaking of. Some of you know, some of you don't. Either way, if you don't know, you don't know. It ain't your business. But the point is, that situation, I'm getting ready. I'm like, hey, I need to. And the Lord checked me in that moment. So you ain't apologized, but you finna call her and ask her something about what? And I was like, ooh. All right. Got it. And I had to really correct that situation, had a great conversation. Like I said, there was never any love lost, but it just caused me to not move in the way that I would have freely been able to move had I not had that question. So what else could have been great about that moment? Had I not been moving with question underneath. What's the intent? Is this a play? And then having to constantly remind myself, well, my agreement was with God. I told God I would do this. So whatever happens is going to work out for my good anyway. I love the Lord. But then the question would come right back. So I wasn't really dealing with it. I was giving myself reminders. I was trying to use, what I learned in the Bible verses and whatnot to help jog myself out of that place. And it would work for a brief moment, but I still never ultimately took it back to God. So anyway, that's my scenario. That's what had happened. And your girl had to fix it. I had to repent. And, that conversation was private between she and I. If you know, you don't. I'm sorry. I'm not sharing any more than that. But I really am thankful that the Lord continues to correct me. I do not want to be somebody that's sitting off up in a reprobate mind because I just had to have it my way and he just took his hands off. Please continue to correct me, oh God, please. That's all I got for today. I love y'all. This your girl, Ladie B. Thank you for joining me for Storytime. Catch you on the next ride.